Right, today we're going to talk about French drains. They're not French, they were basically invented by a chap called Henry French, and it was to do with more like farm drainage and stuff like that. Yeah, brilliant idea, absolutely served an amazing purpose. And I was like anything, everything gets adapted, and these were specified to deal with damp issues in properties. Unfortunately, they're not really that good when they're butted against a wall. If they're used to like drain a high water table further away from the building that perhaps could be causing a problem, then perhaps they have a purpose. But from what I've seen, they're never installed correctly. I've never seen them installed properly. I've been in this game 20 years now. I've never had to install one to fix a damp issue. But what I tend to find is a bit like before the bylaws were introduced about physical damp proof courses, land drains are installed. Now, typically now, sometimes you come across the odd land drain which you never knew was there. And it's a bit like these things. Sometimes people install these at previous homeowners, whatever, nobody knows where they actually are. So the French drain then becomes a French moat. There's no rod in eye, and there's no like membrane around them to stop root infiltration. They get all blocked up and basically it's ponding water. So it's exactly the same as a damaged drain. If you've got a damaged drain around your property and it's leaking water, or surface water, foul water, what have you, and it's basically ponding all around there and the foundation's getting wet and it's sucking at the wall, this is exactly what a poorly installed French drain does. It absolutely causes more of a problem. This building, beautiful building, absolutely saturated inside. I'm not saying it's just because of this. There's high ground levels and you can have modern masonry paint, all that sort of stuff, the basics, shall we say. But you know, very fortunate, I didn't know this was there. You could see a bit of it poking out, so it pays dividends to spend a bit of time having a little dig around and what have you. But today was too good an opportunity not to do a video on this. I've done a few videos and blogs on French drains before, but I just want to show you in this video some of the stuff I was seeing, and I hope it's going to be some interest. And if you're thinking about having a French drain, think again. Right, interesting one today. Beautiful little cottage, 1700 and something. So we've tested the mains. There's no leaks on the mains water. Had the manholes up, so we've got another one underneath there. That looked at all the drain. There's a lot of scale in there, so you can't see everything, shall we say. And you can see there, you've got a plastic pipe, and he's coming this way. But everything, all the water's been running all the way down the side of there. And you can imagine it's all getting soaking wet. And also you can just see here the lovely French drain. Damp proof course has been drilled, so you know there's been attempts before to try and resolve damp issues. Modern masonry paint, high ground levels, so you know you're going to trap in moisture. But I just thought this would be a really good one to show people because it's such a common specification to put a French drain in. Now that might be good enough to intercept, say, water that's say a couple of metres away, a few metres away from the water table, but trying to alleviate damp issues like this, and I don't know how well you can see this, but you can see this pipe is up and down. Now, what I've just done is I've just put the sonde on, just mapped it out, so as you can see, I'm digging it out. And we are, he's just down there, 20 odd centimetres down. So with these things, you know, these just cause problems in my opinion. I've yet to see hardly any installed properly. And this is just a classic example of this one here. So you can see I've cut into the top of the land drain there. I might have to put this actually from the video actually, because it's probably not going to show you. But yeah, I'll put the video in on this one actually, to be fair. So I don't know how well this is going to show up on here, but you can see this is blocked. And that blockage is literally just in there, probably around about there, somewhere around about there, when you marked it out. So you can see now. Let's look at it this way. Perforated pipe, and you can see it's not been wrapped properly, like a geotextile membrane. It's full of root infiltration, and you could imagine now. So let's just think about it basically. You fill this up with water, it's all going to run out. It's never all going to run down to there. So it's absolutely a waste of time. And this is what I've got plastic up against the wall. This is, you can see it's soaking wet right now. It's literally, it's like clay. It's exactly the same down there. It's all been put in along there, but you know, I'm not too sure. Obviously somebody's probably paid quite a few quid to have this put in, but it's not going to do anything. Absolute waste of time. So, you know, keep it simple, lower the ground levels, take the paint off at minimum as at low level, get all the drainage, any drainage repairs fixed, and get that thing out the ground. Keep it simple. Bottom left 10 metres, we're coming back now. Look at it, it's up and down, all over the place. This is an absolute lash up. Look, straight underwater now. There's lots of debris, it's full of water, and there's roots. Look, they're everywhere. This is an absolute waste of time, and this is why this building is saturated at the base of the walls. 3 still shots coming up, show you what's going on. Flooded again, roots. Flooded, and roots. If you've got one of these around your property, it's probably best to get it out if it's serving no purpose. Thanks for watching.